How's it going, man?
Everything is going according to the plans. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, firstly, I want to thank you for accepting my invitation and allowing me to talk with you. I think I'm waiting to talk with you for a long time, but now everything is good. Now we got connected.
Yeah, thanks for having me as well. Yeah, I'm excited.
So, can you introduce yourself to my audience?
I'm GARRIS L.R. Coleman, author of Curse of Crowns books, fantasy fiction.
So, you're from?
I'm from Augusta, Georgia.
Okay. So, Curse of Crown. What is it about?
It's uh, it's a fantasy fiction novel series. It has kings, queens, um, has witches in it, different creatures that I've created, a lot of war, um, a lot of battles and things like that.
Okay. Why fancy friction?
Um, well, I was originally trying to create a video game,
Okay.
and it just happened to turn into a bigger story than for a video game.
Okay. So why you wanted to create something which is not there? You said you created a creatures which are other than human beings in the book.
Just to try to make the story a little more interesting, give it more dynamics, things like that.
Can a reader who reads your book can get connected for the creatures with the creatures that you created?
Where you can find it, is that what you're saying?
No, those creatures really exist or just that is your imagination?
Oh yeah, just creatures I created. Some um, real people, and then some just creatures that I created to bring into the fantasy fiction world. Yeah.
Why Curse of Crowns?
I'm sorry.
Why Curse of Crowns? Why you put that name?
Well, I had a different name originally, but then as I did some research to find a name, the name was already taken, and so there's a scene inside the first book, and it has to do with the crown, and so it just happened to come to me while I was writing that scene. That's how I came up with the name.
How much time you took to write this book?
I've been writing the series for about 8 years now,
Okay,
and so the first book released last year, October 1st, and
okay,
then the second book just released August 4th of this year. So,
okay,
and I'm working on the third one right now. So hopefully the
okay,
third one will be out maybe next year. So
okay.
yeah.
So the content is yours. The complete content, the series of books is completely yours.
Yeah, completely from my head. Yeah, original. I didn't like copy anything or anything like that.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I like to try to be original and try to come up with my own ideas and things like that. Yeah.
but there are a lot of books with the genre called fancy fiction. So, what is the difference that you gonna show with your book?
Um, I don't really know about that. I mean, uh, there's some different things that are inside my book. Um, it's I don't want to give too much away, but with the witches, how I've done the witches, they are complete. They're unique to the story. They're not like your like a Harry Potter type witch, you know. So these different type of creatures, um, they can kind of see uh, just by a few words of what you speak. They can kind of tell what is going on with you, and then they can adapt the situation to you. So it's a little bit strange. So
Can you take the reader to your imagination while he's reading book?
I'm sorry.
Can you take the person to your imagination while reading a book, while reading
You're gonna
content?
you're gonna want once you start reading it, you will be immersed in it, and you're not gonna want to put it down. So
Okay. So, what is the response that you got for the book that released in last year?
last year I've got several good 4 and 5 star reviews on it. Yeah, I was surprised. It really shocked me because I was nervous putting the book out, and then when people read it and then they put their opinion on the Goodreads and the different sites, I was I didn't want to read them. I didn't want to. My wife read them, and then
Okay.
she would bring in the review. She would say, look at what this person wrote. And I was like, I don't want to see, you know. And then she's like, no, it's good. You should see it. So I read it. I read some of them, and I was like, oh, well, this is very nice. And then so I continued the story, and okay, maybe I'll put out the second book then, you know.
So, what actually inspired you to write a book with the name called this and uh, with this genre?
Well, like I said, I was playing I played video games with my son, and we were playing a video game, and I have several friends that are computer programmers,
Okay.
and we were throwing the idea of making a video game, and but nobody had a story to do anything, and so I created a short little story, and then from there we just kind of the making a video game kind of fell through, and so I had this little short story, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna play around with the story and just keep going with it and building on it, and so here we are, like 7 years later, um, and I have this big novel series that I'm trying to put out now. So it just kept growing. So
So you have seen the visual. Video game is a visual. You have seen a visual and you decided to write a book, and which is not a visual, which is a visual, but it will not create impact like the visual that you are seeing, which means there are things going on the screen that is different. That experience is different, and when a person who is reading his book, that is different experience, and you converted
yeah, I
your
could.
visual experience, that moving things into the things which will not move. The person
Right.
just imagines by just reading the words that you are using. So it takes a lot of time for you to create impact and make them feel exactly what the characters are doing.
Right.
So
Yes.
how did you manage that?
Uh, uh, staying up very late at night. Um, just really submerging myself into these characters. And as I was writing, I said, "What would this character do?" And then what would this character do? And then how do I make these characters clash with each other? And then that's how I basically put it together.
Okay. If buyers want to buy your book, where they can get it?
They can you can go to my website, which is CROWNS.com.
Okay.
You can go there. You can go to Amazon. You can go to Barnes and Nobles. Pretty much anywhere books are sold, you can find the books.
Okay. So you have this series, the series, the same. The title is same, but it comes.
Yeah, yeah. The
There is a
title's the
series.
same. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
here, this is the first one. I don't know if you can see.
Okay.
So
Every era has its book. Okay. Our
ours was vicious.
okay.
Yeah. So that's the first one. Then the
Okay.
here's the second one that just came out.
Okay.
This one's titled "Blood You Will Taste."
Okay.
Is that okay? Can you see it?
Okay. Okay. So in this book, you created characters which are not there in real life.
No, they're all fake
Right.
characters.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no real characters in my, like, you won't see anybody who'll be in these books, So, yeah, they all came from my head. Yeah.
So video games means most of the time, in the world, kids will be connecting with the video games, like fancy friction, we see in the video games. So can I say that your book will be connected only to that particular age group?
Oh no, it's for anybody, young adults. I wouldn't say kids because of um, some scenes in there are violent, and some parents may not want their kids reading that, seeing that. So I would say um, about 13 years old and up, you
Mhm.
know. So I think um, yeah, I would say young adults, So teenagers, I wouldn't let the first book is pretty mild, but the second book is a little bit more violent. So
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily want a 5-year-old reading the second one. So yeah.
Can a reader find images of the characters in your book?
So I'm sorry.
Can a reader can find images, pictures of the characters in your book?
I don't have any images of the characters. On my website, I had a lady draw a character of the witch
Okay.
inside the book, so you'll get to see. If you go to my website, look at under artwork, you'll be able to see what she created for one of the characters in the book. I would like to see some more characters come to life. That would be kind of cool. So
So you want to make the reader to understand only by seeing the words that you are using.
I'm sorry.
You want to make understand the person who is reading your book only by seeing the words that you are using.
Right. Yeah. As you read, I try to bring the character to life as you read. You follow along in the book, and I don't have any pictures, so you just have to use your imagination. And hopefully, I did a pretty good job of putting you right there beside the character, so that way you can see their journey and feel like you are right there with them.
Okay.
So,
So do you have anything to say to my audience and to the world who
well,
watches this video?
um, well, if you're writing a book, I hope you finish your book, you know, um, uh, and watch more size videos. They're really cool. What you're doing is awesome. talking there. I watched a lot of your videos. Keep it up, man. It's really cool. I really liked it. It was very good. Um, and if you want to purchase my book, just go check it out. And hope you like it and enjoy it. So.
Thank you, Gary, for giving your time and explaining about your book. And I want you to continue writing your book, and I want you to continue the series. People who will be connected to your imagination will definitely follow you, will definitely try to, you know, express their opinions, their views on your imagination.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would
Thank you.
like to see I would like to see a copy of it.
Yeah, I will send you once I upload it. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Take care. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye.